Really excited to welcome in Chicago Bears running back DeAndre Swift, having a hell of a season. D. Swift, really appreciate you taking the time. I guess I'll start off with this. You were with Ben Johnson in Detroit, obviously as a coordinator, but now in Chicago as a head coach. What have you noticed in terms of his progression as a coach, and obviously as a head coach now, from Detroit, where he's the OC, to now as a head coach?
It's been phenomenal. It's been phenomenal just to see him transform from an OC into leading the whole team, and that's offense, defense, and special teams. Man, it's been amazing to be a part of, to see how his transition has been, to see how he goes about his daily work every single day. I can't explain enough how excited I am to be back with him.
Were you surprised at how well he adapted as a head coach? Because it's a very, very different role.
No, I was not surprised. I've been with him, so I know how he is. And I know that work that he puts in. So I knew when I saw we had him over here, I knew it was going to take a little bit of time for things to get rolling, but I knew we had the right guy in position to do so.
Is he as animated day to day as we see in the post-game locker room videos?
Some days he's like that, some days he's not, depending on the day. But he's a great guy to be around, man. Got a sense of humor about him. When his business is business, though.
Good, better, bad. Good, better, bad. Never let it run. Never let it run. Good gets better. Good gets better. You better get better. You better get better. Bears on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bear.
So he's funnier than maybe like the average fan would even realize.
100%.
He tells jokes a lot, or he's goofy? How would you describe his sense of humor?
Just like that, goofy. Yeah.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
Guys love him, huh?
Most definitely.
You had a great year in Philly, but to me, this is the best version of DeAndre Swift. So what do you think the reason or reasons are for that?
It's a lot of things that go into it. Preparation, the way I prepare, making sure I'm on my details and things like that. And Ben and EB just doing a hell of a job, but overemphasizing the details and things like that early on in the week, and just working day in and day out. And I can't do nothing without them boys up front, man. I can't explain that enough. Just the job that they do, Coach Dan with them guys in that room. When they clicking, man, they make my job so much easier. And then I go ahead and allow my talents, my God-given ability to show after that. But them, the receivers on the perimeter blocking, don't nothing go without them boys.
What was your mindset going into the Eagles game? 125 yards, obviously. Being from there, playing there, what was your mindset?
There's another game.
It's the same.
Yeah, it's the same every week for me. How I prepare, how I approach every single game. Just want to make every opportunity count, and I was able to do that.
The tradition of the running back position at Georgia is really special.
Yeah.
What did you take from your time in Athens that has allowed you to have such a great professional career?
Guys over there, they prepare you. So I feel like I was a pro before a pro as far as routine and things like that, taking care of my body. And I had some guys in front of me kind of showed me the ropes and how that was supposed to look. And Nick Chubb and Sony, Michel, I always called them my big brothers. As a freshman over there, was able to find a nice role to be able to help the team out. But just seeing how them guys went about their business, I knew they was going into the next level the year after. So just sitting back and watching. And then Kirby and the staff did a hell of a job of just making sure we was ready once we did leave school.
What's the difference or similarities between Dogs fans and Bears fans?
I feel like it's nothing like college ball.
Yeah.
But I will,
especially between the hedges.
Yeah, it's different up there, man. The ethic is different. It's different. College town for sure. But I would just say the passion over here in Chicago is crazy. It's crazy. Got great fans. And they travel well, away games. It's amazing. A city to be a part of, and a great organization to play for.
What's been the biggest growth lesson you've seen from Caleb year 1 to year 2?
It's night and day what I feel like his maturity. He's stepped into a bigger leadership role and is commanding every excellence from everybody.
Yeah.
And I noticed he's never satisfied with anything. Each week his just approach to the game, and that trickles down from Ben. How he approached his work, his process. I'm not in the meetings with him, but I can tell that he's doing a lot of extra things to make sure he's ready.
The Caleb Williams in the huddle, how would you describe that version?
Amazing. I guess he's commanding the huddle, but I would feel like you talk about how his look is when he's pronouncing the plays and things like that. And that takes time with new offense, new coaches, and things like that. Each week he's continued to grow, continue to get better. And he's allowing us to play at a high level.
What's one thing about him that maybe even Bears fans would be surprised to learn?
He goofy too. Yeah,
He is?
Yeah, he goofy too. Yeah.
How would you describe his goofiness?
Real loud in the mornings when he come into the training room. He'll say jokes, but some of them aren't always funny. But he always thinks they're funny.
Right.
Yeah, that type of guy, man. But he's a good guy to be around. Great guy to be around.
What's one thing about DeAndre Swift that maybe Bears fans would be surprised to learn?
I'm goofy too.
You are?
Yeah, I got a little sense of humor to myself.
Would you describe yourself as like a comedian or a joke teller?
I wouldn't say that. I just feel like you got to be around me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to make people laugh.
How would you describe DeAndre Swift's drip?
Amazing.
Number one on the team?
If you're asking me, yeah, for sure.
How about Ben's?
Oh no, I don't see what he wears to the game.
You don't, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And every time I see him every day, he got on Bears stuff. So I don't know. I don't know. I want to say he has a little drip, but I don't know. He got some swag to him though.
When you have a head coach that has a lot of swag, how does that manifest itself from a player's perspective in terms of just his ability to relate to young guys?
It's amazing. He got like open door policy. I always say like you can go ahead and talk to Ben about anything outside of ball. He's real cool and down to earth outside of football. And when he walks around with that swag, as he should. That's the man.
Is that common for you to have conversations about life with the head coach? How does that help you?
It kind of something I resonate with, man. Like when you can go upstairs and talk to a coach. You don't need to be upstairs. You be outside right before practice, and he's just regular talks, regular conversations, man. That go a long way. It shows somebody that cares about the person because it's a human aspect to this thing too. It's business, but it's a human aspect to it.
It is a business, but you hit on something that I think is super important, DeAndre. NFL fan, we only see you for 3 hours on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it. So imagine going to someone's job and seeing them for 3 hours on one day. It's a very small percentage of what's going on.
Yeah.
As much as you love football, you have a lot of other interests. And I'm sure, it's not just about football.
100%. Like you said, you only see a portion of it. The things we do day to day, the hours that we put in, it's time consuming, but we do what we love. So you make the most of it, but you only get to see a little piece of it.
You have well over 4,000 career rushing yards, and you're still very young. When you think back to, or when you think to the legacy way down the line of what you'd want to leave behind as a football player, what would you want people to say about you?
Oh man, somebody that comes into work every single day, with a pro-like mindset, somebody that works hard, a leader. But I feel like you said, I'm just getting started, man. Young, I feel like I'm just getting started with this for real.
Like you're about to really put on something. Like you've had a lot of success, but you're like, wait, rocket ship.
In my mind, that's how I'm approaching it. Yeah, I'm just getting started.
I love that. You've talked a lot about studying different runners and styles. Who are some of the running backs, and what are the types of styles that you like to study and potentially emulate? Early
on, I would say it was more so that looking at other people, like Christian McCaffrey's, it was the Alvin Kamara's, people that kind of do it all, run routes, catch the ball at the backfield, and kind of just used in various amount of ways.
All purpose.
Yeah, 100%, because that's what I see myself as. And now it's just my game. I look at me. I don't really look at anybody else because it's all about perfecting my game. I'm real critical of myself and how I play, so just trying to find different avenues and different areas to improve on each week because it's always something to improve on. So I really just watch myself.
Are you a harsh critic of yourself, DeAndre?
100%. I feel like any great one or that anybody that has aspirations of being great would tell you that. You got to look inward.
You grew up watching your dad in the gym, and he looks like he could play in the NFL today. What did you take from him, and how has he helped shape you as a football player and as a young man?
Him and my mom did a great job. They was the first people I was seeing introduce me to hard work, and I was waking up early. My mom making sure everything was good for us to go to school, him going to work, putting in early hours, long nights, and things like that, man. So just seeing them do that day in and day out kind of trickled off into me and all my siblings. And thank them a lot for what they installed in us at a young age.
How many siblings do you have?
I got 3 brothers and 3 sisters.
how has having a big family helped you as a football player in terms of a big family in a locker room?
You have different relationships with everybody.
Right.
So I mean, in the locker room in a football team, that's your family. You're with these guys more than your family, to be honest with you.
Right.
So you gotta make that a great work environment. When you come in here and you're with these guys day in and day out, man, and just make it a great environment, make it fun for yourself, and just build great relationships around the building.
Do you feel like the chemistry of the team has changed a lot this season?
I do, and I feel like it continues to grow week in and week out. As we go out there and we put the work in every single day, we go out there on Sundays and we go in a battle with each other. And then you can't help but allow the chemistry to grow. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're a family. We're in there every single day, countless hours, as we were talking about earlier, with the same people and over again. So you kind of build this relationship with these guys every single day, and it continues to grow.
The family element of football, for someone that hasn't played professional sports or hasn't played football, how would you describe that in terms of just how significant that is, given the physicality of the game and having to rely on what is really a brotherhood?
It's exactly that, a brotherhood. All the teams that I've been on that have been successful are the closest teams that I've been a part of. You go a little bit harder for that man next to you, left and to your right, when that relationship is better and you have that chemistry and you have that brotherhood with that person next to you. Because y'all put the work in together. So you put the work in throughout the week and you go out there on Sunday, Monday, whatever the game is. That's the time to have fun and play for one another and have fun together.
What's the best way for that to come together? Because obviously winning helps, but how do you develop that that brotherhood and closeness?
For this team particularly, it started in camp early on. You got to go through those dog days, those hard times together, and we still are. You got to go through adversity together. You got to go through the hard times to be able to get to the good ones.
And is that a byproduct in large part to Coach Johnson?
100%. The culture that he set since he got here, since day one, we work every single day. We come in here. So when you continue to do that day in and day out, man, you build a level of respect for the guys that you're doing it with and doing it for.
Who are your top 5 all-time Georgia Bulldogs?
Got Herschel, Todd, Todd Gurley, Nick, Sony. That's 4, right?
It's 4, and yeah.
Yeah, it's tough after that.
The first one that came to mind would be probably AJ Green.
Yeah, I got to put like a receiver, and I can't go all
receiver.
Yeah. I'm going to say something I seen with my own 2 eyes. I'm going to say George Pickens.
That's a good one because he's obviously exploded this season.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're not surprised, but
No.
how talented, how gifted is GP?
Tremendously. Like I said, I'm going with somebody I've seen with my own 2 eyes.
You've seen up front.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've never seen him drop a pass. Kirby used to have to make him like run laps for catching one-handed passes. Like he was like, George, use 2 hands, and he'll just go catch another one-hand pass. Yeah, that's how easy.
Because it's so easy to him.
God-given ability, man. I'm so happy he's in the position he's in. He's playing the way he's playing right now.
Top 5 running backs right now.
A lot of people playing at a high level right now. You got Jonathan Taylor.
Yes.
Like I said, no order. JT, you got Cook, Achane from Miami playing at a high level.
Yeah, he's been balling. Yeah.
For sure. There's so many people playing at a high level right now.
Gibbs.
For sure, Gibbs. And I'm going to say Bijan. Yeah, good 5.
Bijan, dude.
Yeah, boys balling.
What about D Swift?
I don't never want to put myself in them conversations.
Yeah.
I leave that to other people.
Shit, I'll put you in there, dog.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Really kind of you to come on today. I'm incredibly happy for your success, man. It's well deserved, and I know you have arrows pointing way up, man. So I'm rooting for you in your corner, and definitely would hope to talk again down the line.
Appreciate that, man. It means a lot. Thank you.
I want to welcome in Miami Dolphins running back Devon Achane to the Schultz Report. Devon, thanks so much for coming on.
Yep, thank you for having me.
Devon, we had a conversation a few years ago right before the draft, and I'm curious, what would this version of yourself tell you before the draft just about what to anticipate?
Just basically like, it's gonna be lows and downs in your career. Especially like me coming out, getting hurt my rookie year. But don't dwell on it. Just making sure you keep grinding and trust the process.
During the injury, or your rookie year, did you ever think did you ever get down on yourself at all, or no?
No, I wouldn't say I got down, man. Just the fact that just being in the training room, still being around the players and stuff like that, still in meetings, I was still, active. I just wasn't, playing and practicing, stuff like that, So I wouldn't say I was down, because I was still around my teammates.
How would you describe your fashion?
It's cool. I mean, it ain't like everybody else, they be wearing all the, different type of stuff. But I just, like to wear what I wear.
You wouldn't say that your drip is like crazy?
I mean, it's cool.
How would you describe Mike McDaniel's drip?
Might be he be having drip on for sure. Most definitely. He always got some new kicks on or something. He gonna let you know that they new and he gonna make sure that you see it. So
Can you hoop at all?
yeah.
You played in high school?
No, I didn't play in high school.
What was your game like?
I mean, I was more of a 3-and-D guy, like play defense and could shoot.
Who's the NBA comp for you?
Right now,
If you think about who in the NBA you feel like reminds you of you?
like we gonna put like Kawhi defense. Like I'm good at defense, but I'm great at shooting. You know what I'm saying?
I actually hold 3 Washington State records in shooting.
No, you got it.
When did you realize NFL defenders really can't catch you in the open? Like, how long did it take for you to realize that?
I wouldn't say like I go into the game thinking like, okay, can nobody catch me? Because obviously everybody fast.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I'm fast too, and if I got like a and enough yards in front of them, like okay, you know what I'm saying?
Have you raced against Waddle or Hill?
Nah,
If you did, who do you think would win?
it really just depends on the distance we going for. All it depends on the distance, like how far we going and stuff like that.
If you ran 100 meters,
I'm winning that.
no question.
Yeah.
What's the funniest reaction you've heard from a defender after you outran them?
Probably like, damn, he fast, or like, you know what I'm saying, something like that.
Has anybody ever said like, man, I didn't know you were like that kind of fast, or
Yeah.
something crazy?
Or they probably like say me like, because I'm so little, like, you hard to tackle. Like, I didn't think you'd be that hard tackling. You know what I'm saying?
That was where I was going to get into. Is I remember in the pre-draft too that you had told me that you were not just a speed guy or a scat guy, that you could run between the tackles and that you played bigger. When did that mentality for you as a running back begin?
I mean, it's been like that, bro. I've been playing football like since I was like 4 years old. So it's like that's been a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like football, I knew football was a contact sport. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I've been doing for a long time. So I know like the guys get bigger, but I get bigger as well. So like, running in between tackles, I mean, that got to be a part of running back's game. You can't just run outside zone all the time.
What was your experience in Madrid? Did you like Spain?
I mean, it was cool. Yeah, I was ready to come back home. Just the fact that like we was out there for so long, but like it was cool though. Like cool environment, experience. Just see something different.
Did you get to do anything at the stadium with Real Madrid or no?
I mean, we did like some of the stuff at the stadium. I think it had like the kids camp came out. Met some of the soccer players. Stuff like that. So
Who are the Devon Achane's 5 top running backs in the NFL right now?
I'd probably say like basically like just going off, the top 5, rushing league. That's how I go based off because obviously like them the most productive, guys. So that's how I go. But everybody great, you know what I'm saying? But if we going based off this season, I mean top 5 rushing guys. That's obviously they being the more productive.
What about yards per carry, or you're like a multi-purpose back?
Yeah. I saw stuff like that, like B Gibbs, CMC, Bajon, like, what I'm saying? So us, like, we do a lot of that. Like you said, you see us catch the ball out the backfield a lot of times.
How about you think the five fastest guys in the league?
I'm not going to include myself. I'm not going to say that on my teammates. So I'll probably say, like, Worthy, Gibbs, J-Mo, Woolen fast, this cornerback, Seahawks, he fast.
Seattle, yeah, he's fast.
I didn't know the rookie cornerback from the Bills went for it, too, so he got to be fast.
Oh, Matt Hairston.
Yeah.
He can go.
Yeah.
Pat Surtain told me that there's like a different, like with J-Mo, it's like there's something different. What does that mean? Like, I don't understand it because I'm not fast.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some guys can be like quick and just move, move quick, and then some guys just like naturally like fast, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a difference. Like, you could be quick, but like you only can be quick for not that long. So, like, you know what I'm saying? You'll be moving fast, like moving quick for like probably 10 yards and then like slow down. But when you fast, like you fast the whole time.
So like track speed and football speed?
Yeah, way different.
So track speed is just like straight line speed.
Mm-hmm.
And football speed is like
in football, bro, you gotta make cuts. You gotta, football, when you make cuts, you slowing down. So you gotta be able to slow down and pick up your speed like right now.
Oh shit.
That's why I said like people who fast on the football field, like they actually if you might look like they fast on the football field, but if you go put them on the track and they got to run straight the whole time against other fast people, like it'd be like way different.
Or someone comes that's super fast straight, and then they're not they're not able to hit that gear
Yeah,
on the football
like
field.
some people that we might think that's not fast on the NFL, like just like you know somebody just out the blue we wouldn't think, and they come on the track and can actually be like fast. You know what I'm saying? Just because like no, all like in games like you really don't get to show like you running like full speed unless you just got you like one of them plays. So it's really like hard to tell for real.
So it's more like the sudden burst, short area
Yeah.
quickness. I asked a GM last week or 2 weeks ago about the Dolphins offense, and he said that game planning for you was a pain in the ass because of how versatile you were. When you hear that, does it make you happy, or are you just whatever? Are you used to that?
Yeah, like it's exciting, man. It's a big company. It just let you know like all the hard work that I put in, and like you said, like you got to be ready. Like you said, when you a top guy in this on your team, like you have to know like okay, teams are game planning for you, just how we game plan for their top guys. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that we always like make sure if he on the field, we know where he at all times. So I mean, I feel like it goes both ways. So you have to know that, and I mean, like I said, it's something good to have actually.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, yeah, that dude's different. What's the best high school football state?
Texas.
Some people will say Florida, California,
Nah, man.
Texas.
What's different?
But Florida has like all the speed, right?
But they say that, but like if we was to line up like Houston and
Yeah.
Florida, track one, like they not winning, bro.
Who do you think are the top 5 dudes to come out of Texas, or who are your favorite 5 players to come out of Texas high school?
You know what I'm saying? Like Mahomes with the Texas Tech, CD was Texas. You know what I'm saying? You got me and Waddle. You got a lot of like Kenny Murray, like the linebacker. It's a lot of guys, bro. Like this came.
Drew Brees.
Yeah. Like it's a lot of guys, but they came. I can't just think on top of my head, but like, bro, Texas you know what I'm saying? Everything bigger in Texas, like football is just better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, Florida, like, Florida, they got their thing, but like, bro, Texas, we just different, bro. Like, if you compare like the teams, like when I go to Florida games and compare like them, like, bro, they be like they too small. Everybody just an athlete, you know what I'm saying? Everybody just athlete playing a certain position. You know what I'm saying? You come to Texas, like we
Yeah.
got real O line, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, was your high school one of those big ass stadiums?
I mean, yeah, I think it was cool. It wasn't like just huge, but it was big. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the like a full stadium on like both sides of the
When did you think you were going to go to the league?
Probably say when I got to college for real.
Like freshman year?
Well, probably like my sophomore year. Because my freshman year, I really didn't play for real.
I asked Chase Brown and the Bengals this. I said, what was your welcome to the NFL moment? And he said he got lit up by defensive tackle. Did you have one of those like big hit or big move, big thing you did? Welcome to the NFL moment?
I wouldn't say like I just had like a like crazy like hit, but like it had been times that like we played the 49ers and the safety that came down. I think he number 6. I don't know, and like he came down and like I didn't see him and he didn't hit me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he may be falling like that, like a big little bit. Like I felt it though.
It stayed with you.
Yeah, so like I know I try to like avoid those at all costs, but like that was just one of them you couldn't avoid.
When a guy has a big hit, do you ever say like good hit, or you don't say shit?
Like it depends on who we playing. You know what I'm saying? Some guys, like you could talk to them, like they, back for conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then sometimes, I'm not ready to talk to the guy unless you talk to me. Like if you start talking to me, okay, I'll talk back. You know what I'm saying?
Devon, what would you want like your legacy to be 20 years down the road as a football player?
No, this basically something you remember. Obviously, you want to break records, you want to win Super Bowls, stuff like that. Get all pros, but if you doing all that and I just want to be somebody like talked about, like how you ask me questions like, oh, who your favorite this, who your favorite that. Okay, down the line, I want somebody to be like, oh yeah, that's what I looked up to. I like watching him. Like that's one of my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Who are the 5 greatest running backs ever?
I mean, you gotta go like Barry, Emmett. I like LaDavid Thompson, so I'm throwing him in there. Like him and Adrian Peterson, them like they was just too close. So them 4, and then you can always like a 5th. Let me see. You can say Marshall Faulk or somebody. Like it was a lot of great running backs.
Why do you think the running back position guys aren't getting paid what they need to be paid?
Look, if I had all the answers, I'd give it to you. I mean, I don't know, bro. I feel like it get better and better every. It's getting better, but at the same time, bro, it's like I feel like it should have been like at a status where it's like we more value because as you see, a lot of the winning teams right now got great running backs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Saquon last year, Philly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to have a running game to like win games. Like it's something that can happen. Like you said with JT, he getting 30 carries, 20 yards. Like you know what I'm saying, like that's like running the ball, bro, plays a big part in your offense. And I think teams starting to realize that it's gonna get better and better every year. But But like I say, like even the Gibbs, like how he just won a game for his team. You know what I'm saying? Like 200 some yards, like overtime touchdown. Like bro, we do a lot more than just play running back.
I know.
I mean, hopefully, as the years keep going, they value us a lot more.